In this video, I will talk about an incident, a real incident which recently happened, and harsh truth about Indian aviation. So, recently, one night at around 1 a.m. in the morning, I got a call, and the caller on the other side said, "Sir, I really like the way you teach your students in classes. I'm also a CPL aspirant." The first thing that came into my mind was, total anger. I wanted to yell at him saying, "Is this the time to call me?" And say all this stuff. 1 a.m. I was, sleeping deep. Before I could say anything or yell at him, he said, "I'm about to commit suicide." Real story, eh? Real story. Then, I got, all my sleep gone away. And then for one and a half hour, I spoke to that guy. I calmed him down. The reasons why he was about to commit suicide was, so, listening to a pilot, he joined a ground school in India. Now, this ground school charged him somewhere between 2.5 to 3 lakhs. And since 1 year, he was not able to pass his DGCA exams. The problem is their parents, his parents, you know, want him not to continue in this profession because he was not able to pass this DGCA exam since 1 year. So that was the reason he wanted to commit suicide. And he said, "I was the last guy who he wanted to speak." So this is a very sad story, and we will see how this guy's story turned out by the end of this video. So before continuing with this story and this video, watch these clips. How many of you are here after paying some other institute and losing your time and money? Raise your hands. 1, 2, 3. Please raise your hand. Please keep your raised hands. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, almost half of the class. Okay, more than half of the class is what I would say. Almost half of the students who joined me have paid money somewhere else, lost their money, lost their time, and then they joined me. So, if I ask a question, how students choose ground schools or flying schools? That is a wrong question. The actual question would be, how students are made to choose ground schools or flying schools. So let me explain it with an example. So let's say you want to drink fruit juice. So if you are at home, your mother will make, take fruit and then, pulp it in a mixie or something, and then the water will be added. A little bit of water will be added, and it will be given as a juice to it. Now look at this brand. We almost everybody have, had this brand of fruit juice. It says natural. That means the natural fruit juice. So that is how they have bought this picture to it, that this is the natural juice which you make at home, right? It looks like a natural fruit juice. Now let's see at the ingredients. The ingredients are in the descending order of what, the content, the value, how much they are made of. So for example, 6.8% is like mango pulp. Next will be less than 6.8, so 4. Next will be 4. Next 3. Next 0.6. So this will be the order. If you see this carefully, maximum content of this fruit juice is water, and the second is sugar. How much mango content is there? Only 6.8. So that means, what is this natural fruit juice selling you? They are selling you water and sugar to drink with a flavor of this mango, with a flavor of this banana. That means you are essentially drinking water with 8 or 9 spoons of sugar in a glass. You are drinking essentially sugar water, which has a flavor of that fruit which you are choosing. But they market it as natural fruit juice. This is what is happening. This is how they are making you choose the ground school. They are saying different things, but actually the things are literally different in the flying schools, which I'll discuss further. Not flying schools, of course, flying schools also, most of them, and the ground schools. We are discussing ground schools because we are talking about that one student and his story today. The same ways of advertising is used to scam CPL students of their money. I'll be discussing some of them. So the first way and the most common way is social media. For example, if you are a CPL aspirant, you want to become a pilot. So what do? You go on YouTube, Google, Instagram, you type what? How to become a pilot in India on Google, YouTube. So many videos will pop up. So who made these videos? The influencers, right? Who has lakhs of followers, thousands of followers. And who are these influencers? They may be cabin crew, they may be, airline pilots. Anyone who is working in aviation industry will have access to take videos and photos, in the cockpit or around the aircraft. So people get attracted to them, right, and they start following them. So over years, and they make reels, right? These reels get viral and they gain lakhs of followers. And now they say, यार इधर जाओ, this is the best flying school, or this is the best ground school to join. This is my experience. I am so and so and so and so this much. Okay, now what do? You will go there, without thinking, because someone who you see regularly, who you really trust, right, saying you to do so, and now you are into the lure. You pay the money, there is no money back if you don't like the classes, or like, this is the first and the most common way. यार हर चीज़ ना एक एग्जाम्पल दे के आपको आई हैव टू मेक यू अंडरस्टैंड. ओके, सी दिस एग्जाम्पल.
मुझे कई ऑफर्स आते हैं, मैं आपको बताऊं, मुझे कई बड़े बड़े गुटखा कंपनी के ऑफर्स आते हैं कि करो, और अनगिनत सुनने वाले अमाउंट देने को तैयार हो. आज इतना बड़ा एक लाइन यहां जुड़ा हुआ है, स्वस्थ भारत, तो उसके लिए मैं ये काम नहीं करूंगा, गलत काम नहीं.
वाह क्या सीन है, वाह क्या सीन है.
ये तो अपनी जुबान है.
जुबान एक हो तो दिल भी एक होने चाहिए. विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी.
हरामी मानुस 2 दिन में पलट गया. वाह.
हिपोक्रेसी की भी सीमा होती है.
So from this, it must be very clear that any influencer suggesting anything on a social media platform is only because there is a monetary benefit behind it. Dear influencers, there is nothing wrong in making money, right? Everybody have a family, everybody has needs, and everybody has to make money. For example, if you are an influencer in a food industry and you suggest a hotel who says, this is a very good hotel, very good taste, and for example, a lot of people go there because of your video, and then like they found out the food is not delicious. So what are they losing? They are losing like $1,000 and a evening का dinner time खराब हो गया, बस इतना ही है ना. But if you are taking a lot of money and suggesting a student a career path, right, a career path, when you advise him and it turns out to be bad, so it will influence his life, right? So one student was about to commit suicide because you suggested him wrong, and you are doing that for how many? For many students, right? So how much they are suffering? They are spending a bomb on their career, right? So many lakhs of rupees, and you give a wrong advice. For some students, there is no way around, right? Like, please understand, no amount of money you make will justify someone's career or life. Like, you made a career out of being an influencer, yes. So he wants to make a career out of being a pilot. He wants to fly the aircraft. That is a dream, that is a passion, right? So do not please do this, please. So the second common way is WhatsApp and Telegram groups. So what these kind of ground schools, which scam people do is they employ a lot of people with different phones to enter these WhatsApp groups and Telegram groups and communities, where if you text which is the best ground school, here many people will start suggesting you, many students posing as students, they will start suggesting you these ground schools. So they are paid to do that, right? And like you will think, okay, so many students are suggesting this ground school, so I'll be going and joining this ground schools. So that is one of the ways to scam you. So now I'll be discussing 4 red flags before joining any ground school. Cross check. First red flag would be the ground school asking you to join for all subjects at once. Now, and I mean, they will also make you sign a form saying there is no refund. See, they will typically say this. Here, the batch is starting, and the batch will be there for 6 months, and you will be doing morning this subject, afternoon this subject, evening this subject. So this will be your plan. So once you pay the fees, there is no refund. That they will also make you sign. What I suggest is, when you join for one subject at a ground school. Then you talk with the other students. Here, I am taking metrology. Metrology, this is how it is, and regulations you are taking, how is it? And like, are they making you do only RK back questions, and making you rectify, and making you pass? You ask them, or are they actually teaching you how to remember all these concepts? All this, and then they are sending you to exam without much difficulty. So you ask or you inquire about navigation, how the batches are going on. That is one thing which you have to take care. The second thing is, here some aviation academies are looting so much. They are providing loans for poor people to take ground classes, saying there are millions of jobs coming over, lakhs of jobs coming over, which is a very big scam which is going on, which everybody knows. But if you are very new to aviation, please be very careful of these guys. Here I'm not telling the names openly, because I don't want to point any fingers at anybody. The third red flag would be, so for example, that's a ground school which is managed by an influencer. But now when you check this ground school's social media pages, if there are only reels, aircraft के पास वो reel, cockpit में ये reel, viral reels, without any actual demo classes, or if there are only small topics which are explained without actual like 1 hour 2 hour demo classes, these small things लिख के they're reading out. So that is one red flag which you have to check. The point is, you have to always ask for, can I see your demo class? Can I see how you are teaching the live students, right? So if there are no demo classes except the reels on their page, very big red flag. And the last red flag is false promises. CPL 20 lakhs में हो जाएगा, CPL 30 lakhs में हो जाएगा, CPL 35 lakhs में हो जाएगा. You will become a pilot in just 35 lakhs. Or there are many vacancies coming out. There's a huge demand for pilots. All this is fake and all this is false. Here the real truth is, 1500 approximately pilots are sitting at home without jobs. Current scenario. This is a profession which is a bit competitive. It is not like you get a license and next day you're flying a 737 or A320, A380. Nothing as such. Okay, it needs a lot of hard work. It needs a lot of commitment from day one. And if someone says, here I am so and so guy in aviation, so big guy I know all this airlines, ऐसा आपको जॉब दिलवा दूंगा, you have to slap him. Okay, an airline, like let's say a A320 costs so many crores, and they have so many aircrafts, hundreds of aircrafts of so many crores. Do you think they will listen to a guy who is taking a ground class? So that power is with nobody, not with me, not with anybody. That doesn't happen that way, right? Unless that guy who is saying you is aviation minister, then that may happen. Then he may get you a job in one of the airlines. If not, you have to go through a very strict selection procedure where your knowledge will be tested. That is taught in these very good ground schools. If you are scammed and you somehow manage to just pass these CPL subjects, believe me, be ready to face a problem when it comes to joining an airline, because they see what you have learned at these ground schools. So choose your ground schools carefully. And my next video, this video was the red flags and how to not join a ground school. Next video will be how to join a ground school. And talking about that guy who who was very sad and almost at the verge of a disaster. So after a few months of joining my classes, he completed all subjects, and the very good thing about this is he scored highest marks in one of the subjects. in DGC exams. This video is made because that guy requested me to make this video, and I have the video proof of that guy asking me or requesting me to make this video. So be very careful. Don't end up, losing your time and money. I'll see you in the next video or in one of my classes. Have a good day. Take care.